you should be on The View.
Hell no.
Sage Steele is a very popular, she was a Black female reporter on ESPN who got canned. That is by Disney, but because she was conservative. And now she's on Bill Maher talking about The View and why The View would never accept her.
They should pay you. They should
I've been on The View and it didn't go so well. Because you know what? At The View, they don't want your view. They only want theirs, and they're bullshit.
The View doesn't want your view. They just want their view. I didn't realize that's what the title was about. When they said The View, they weren't being open and ironic. They meant theirs is the only view.
When you're 4-on-1.
No,
you're 4-on-1, and I experienced it. I felt it. And they were nice to me, relatively speaking. Whoopi was very nice to me. Jenny McCarthy. This is Whoopi, Jenny McCarthy, Sherry Shepherd, and Barbara Walters. And they were great to me. Barbara, whatever.
Barbara, not so much. But 4-on-1 is how The View runs it. They would never have more than one conservative person, if that. And right now, they don't have any conservatives on the show because, again, they only support one. They shouldn't be called The View. They should be called the Uniparty.
The other three were great. And what I know for a fact, I did it 4 times, and then they had me audition when they were making changes again. They 100% are full of it. They don't want to hear your view if you think differently than they do.
So it's like a fake discussion show, as if I pretend to have a conversation, but really they made it clear to Sage Steele they didn't want to hear her, a Black female conservative's point of view. There'll only be one party represented by The View.
And they are fine telling lies on that stage and that set. And because they know that if someone calls them on it, then they're just going to talk over them and have the audience clap and go to break.
This is also what a lot of conservatives face, is that they're against a crowd, an audience, just a mob set up against them, and then just move on. You never get to articulate your point of view. No wonder why everyone's so liberal, because they never get to even hear the conservative point of view on mainstream media.
So the show to me is despicable, and it makes me sad because the potential for 20-some years, I respect the length that they've done it, but the potential is incredible, and they've ruined it.
Now, think of the potential if they actually had real women debating the way real women across America actually debate. That's a missed opportunity, and it would make for some great entertainment.
But I think you could handle it.
You know what, though? It's exhausting. Do we want to walk into that every day?
That's what I experienced every day in animation and video games. You walk into it every day. Just complete people belligerent against your point of view.
They don't want me though. They won't even
I'm telling you,
no,
but
Bill, I worked for ABC. I worked for them for 16 years. They didn't want my view. I was under the same umbrella of Disney.
I worked for them too. And it's true. They only want one point of view. So even this young, beautiful spokesperson got nothing from Disney. That's what they really think of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
They easily could have called me, especially the last several years when these conversations have to take place.
You're so right.
They won't call me. Why?
Right.
Because they know that I'm not afraid. No. They don't want that.
I mean.
So no, thank you.
They don't want you unless you're afraid. And so that already disqualifies all conservative women, because if you're not liberal by now, you're brave, especially in entertainment. So hats off to Sage Steele. It's great that Bill Maher, a flaming atheist liberal, had her on his show. And he's starting to wake up to coming around to how ridiculous liberals are. So if you guys like this kind of content, give us a thumbs up and I'll get the message loud and clear. I'll hear your view. I'm Doug in Exile.